of the rabbit.
And speak.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Achua is out there with Williams. And there's Davis. Then there's Sexton. And it's Wiseman in at the center position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the 2 defenders on what we call the boxes. That's down in the low post area. You see those 2 boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the 2 defenders on the elbows. That's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against New Orleans lit up the floor. He had 30 points and his passing was just incredible. Piled up an impressive number of assists. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it. He took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this game. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Stewart with a screen on Sexton. MP finds Stewart.
That's how you orchestrate the pick and roll. MP with a great feed there to his teammate.
55 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Outside Williams. Outside Davis. Sexton attacking. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got his 3rd assist on the night. Stewart with a screen on Sexton. MP against Sexton. MP, that's for 2. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in.
Both like a midi.
MP, he's got the lead up to 7 now for the Mavs. Sexton dishes to Wiseman. Pass to Davis. Lets it go with the 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Davis has got 11 points.
They are absolutely striking it from beyond the arc.
Here's the lob and the good
Ball for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Oh, yes, it's hard. Let's go.
They anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
The 3 ball.
How about that? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
And so it's Dallas in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Houston Rockets.
The energy on D stood for disappointing. They were slow to rotate. Communication was bad. No effort. I mean, the intensity on that end of the floor, where it needs to be, was just not there.
And let's switch gears for a second, checking out social media. So let's see, Dills32 asks, Shaq, what's your favorite variety of barbecue chicken? We talking Texas, we talking Memphis, Kansas City, Korean.
You just put that smoke on it, plenty of heat, and I think I can take that.
I'm familiar with it. What about ribs? Maybe some brisket? We've got some veggie options for Kenny.
Barbecue cauliflower.
That's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, with the double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got MP under Takuba. While there are Towns.
Yeah.
And it's Richard.
That's a foul? Sorry, I thought this was a contact sport. My bad.
Taking 2 shots.
Oh, yes, Giannis.
Think a movie never truer than for Giannis. It's been an odyssey for the Greek freak.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, an attitude of joy and unselfishness, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him. He's one of the most popular players in the world.
Here's MP. The Rockets making the shot.
I saw
Shoots it from outside. MP's got 16 points.
Oh, great body control by MP. The pull-up, a very difficult shot to master.
Here's Holland. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now, here's MP. 16 points for him. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
And with Giannis, a little power goes a long way, getting him past the contact and to a shot.
Pass to Williams for 3. Here's Şengün. The Mavericks pull it in. Richards got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And so here is Houston. The Mavericks making the shot. Holland, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
MP against Williams. And that one's good. Richards got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And Clark, don't you have to admire the way the Mavericks are always looking to compete?
Yeah, I like that, Kevin. It's a good point by you. It starts at the top of the organization. I mean, the team has really avoided any kind of lengthy rebuild. To their credit, they want to win, and this team is definitely capable of doing it.
Yeah!
Oh, that's a great setup by MP. This guy is as unselfish as they come.
Kidding me?
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half.
I had to pick it in.
Down low. And Holland gets it to go. Holland's got 12.
And he is
Giannis got
really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Loads it up for Giannis.
another lob!
Giannis continues to expand his offensive arsenal, and with that, his confidence and ability can actually take over more.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all you.
That was a nice pick for the lob.
Substitution on the court. At the line.
8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80%.
Giannis like dominated. It's like this, bro. This is scary. This look like this scary.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Back to MP. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Sexton. Shot clock at 6. And it's Houston on the break. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Antetokounmpo is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Denver.
51. So Mavericks
60 points.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. James Wiseman's out there with Alperen Sengun. Then it's Ellis. Then there's Sexton. And it's Holland at the 1 spot. Sexton's on the floor for the Rockets.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pat to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
They've shown
Give Flaw, get a
their
rebound.
work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Richards.
Yeah.
And another assist for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
Sexton with the bounce pass. Wiseman the pass to Sengun. Right block shot. That misses off the back. Dallas has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. That one falls.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
From the arc.
It's going
Holland gets it to go.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
He lobs it up.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Houston. Their next game is in San Francisco. So a road game with the Warriors. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. And another win for Houston.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Hollins gives to Sexton. Great pass to set up the layup.
I got it.
And superb at just finding avenues to the bucket. When Sexton goes strong inside, he is hard to stop.
And it's time for an injury report.
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Rockets. He told me that he has a stiff back and that it is very sore right now. And they count on him to provide in all ways. Now that he's out, they're in a precarious situation. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
I mean, like, God, it's
And the Mavericks making a change here.
During the last decade, the 2010s, Houston had loads of success. The 4th most wins in the league during that time. Unfortunately, they never got to the final.
To the left wing. Here's Holland. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Holland's got 23.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large and not insurmountable.
I think they're going about
it. Hey, what are you doing?
They've got to get aggressive. On defense, they need stops. And then you got to take care of the basketball at the other end so you get a good shot every trip.
For the Rockets during the 2010s, Clark, all winning season.
Yeah, and you know, the biggest reason that Houston didn't reach the finals in my mind was the West was loaded. The Spurs were always a contender. OKC had a nice run. And, of course, during that time, the Warriors became dynastic.
To the inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Winning in strong fashion. A relentless effort notches a W for the Mavericks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt. I thought an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of
Yeah.
that. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, grinding guys when they would flash open. And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it out.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Rockets, Holland. At the line for 2.
Good on both. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Inside, here's Giannis. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact.
That's a foul? You've got to be kidding me.
Shooting for Dallas, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Holland. Off target with his 3. And Zo onto Antetokounmpo looking over it. Spins. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here.
That's the end of the game when your score. Thank you as always for coming out here tonight and showing your support for your team. Please make sure to get home safe and we'll see you soon.
That was a good effort.
Good game, MP.
Good game, guy up. That was 3-1-1. B Books, Ingram. Dev LaMelo, Siakam. No Larry. So we're pushing the Raptors. We're pushing the Raptors. That's right, I'm wearing my favorite jersey. We're in the road games? Please.
Liability on defense and it's
In the house.
MP, what's up? You feel like streaking?
Yes.
I mean, continuing the win streak.
Oh, I thought you meant the other one.
You were going with that. I'm not talking about running around like a jaybird. I would never. Well, maybe in college, but different time, different waistline.
Okay. So is there anything else?
No. I just want to say that when streaking.
On a streak.
Right, on
Not
a
that
streak, it's going to feel like the momentum is going to carry you forever, but it won't. It's up to us to keep it going. I don't want you to take anything for granted tonight. So let's just go out there and not just win, but win big.
I got you, Coach. I mean, as long as I can keep my clothes on, I got you.
Obviously. To think of it, it is fairly inappropriate behavior. I think I owe my university's engineering department a big apology.
Shoes. With shoes. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh yes, you know on top of the key shoes are like Steph Curry 4 shoes. Here we go, roll games. Here we go. Woo! Toronto, we got Giannis. The We got Jason Kidd. I love this. This is loving it right now. Really good game.
Let's get it, Raptors!
Let's get it, Raptors. Oh, wow.
At how these two teams play, it should be a physical one tonight, Grant, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, bring your hard hat. This is going to be a physical game indeed. Both sides are used to generating extra possessions with their rebounding, so I'm curious to see which club wins that battle.
Anthony misses. MP with it. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Anthony. MP, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Giannis throws it down.
Oh, a tremendous leader. MP is always looking to get his teammates involved out there.
Pass to Johnson. Three-pointer. Richards pulls it in. MP against Anthony. Now MP. In the game against Houston, very impressive. To the wing, right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. MP against Anthony. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Oh,
a Defensive Player of the Year winner, Antetokounmpo affects so many shots with his length.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Anthony. Pass to Boston. Back to MP.
Come on!
Down low. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the layup is good. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket on the night.
Just consistent and pretty much automatic. Antetokounmpo may be the league's most efficient scorer inside 10 feet.
And that streaking rack attack is the mobile one drive.
Aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
It's stolen by MP. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. And it's Dallas scoring again. There's an example.
We got a steal. We got to win the game by 20 points.
Of MP making everyone around him better.
For Toronto, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, PA. I mean, they had to change.
And coach doesn't like the call at all.
You guys are going to
use
pull.
his challenge.
I can
He
feel
wants the
it.
officials to look at
At the line for your Raptors. At the line.
The previous play is under review.
Still disputed, even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call. And the second free throw is good.
You know, there was a time years ago when the Mavericks were one of the NBA's shakiest teams. Now they're one of its proudest franchises.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Toronto has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
I go fix it. I go give him his head. I go give him his head.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Anthony, the pass to Brown.
Oh, good.
Anthony in the post. Richards is there. Anthony misses. And you can attribute the Mavs' rise to stable ownership and some very savvy front office moves.
Yeah, so true, B.A. They've made some great decisions in the draft, for sure. They've been able to find cornerstone players and build solid rosters around them.
Here's Richards. Cash. It's
Good
MP
pass.
picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists in the game.
I just love
Defense. Go up.
Brown for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Big three-point shooter. Brown stretches your defense, making Jalen that much harder to guard.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And Giannis with the dunk.
There's timeout. Starting.
Oh, you serious?
Get ready for my boys to wipe that smile off your face.
I think it's going to be easy.
1:43 left in the first. Van Vliet outside. Picked by Pirtle. Tries it from the block. And it's good for 2.
Watch how Fred commands the floor, moving the defense around and finding a shot.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Van Vliet. MP, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Sinks another one. He's on a roll. Starting 4 for 4.
Yeah.
Talented, driven, equals constant pressure on your defense.
Pass to Van Vliet. Hartenstein a screen. Shot from 12. Tries again. Antetokounmpo with the block. And here's MP. And he lobs it up top. Giannis with the jam.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Step up, Raptors. Come on.
34 seconds left now in the first quarter. Then Pirtle gets it to go on the assist by Van Vliet.
He's heady, he's unselfish. All Van Vliet does is make winning plays.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Van Vliet. MP, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 12 points in the game.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Here's Van Vliet. Misses the step-back jumper.
I don't know if you can credit the defense for that. It was just a missed opportunity.
Stewart, a screen on Van Vliet. With 1 on the clock. And Stewart with a lay-in. That one's good.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
3-1-8.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Well, guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
They've got Johnson, Fred Van Vliet out there with Jalen Brown. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Van Vliet, the pass to Williams. It's Brown on the wing. 4 on the clock. Nails it on the arc. Brown's got a second bucket of the night.
A dangerous shooter from all areas. Brown's eyes get real big when he shoots these corner threes.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Well, Grant, it's still early in the season, but when you're on a team, do you have a good sense of where you stand in the league at this point?
Well, it's hard to say. The year is just getting started. You just never know about injuries, trades, chemistry, how it all comes together.
Go.
So I think most players aren't too concerned with the standings just yet.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He added 24 points, and his passing was the story of that one, creating for others. He was focused, very productive. The team leaned on him all night. Guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory. victory grin.
B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
That's what every player has control of.
Oh, see.
His level of activity.
Hey, let's see you do it in the playoffs, MP.
Let's score 16 points.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be back.
Greetings, everybody. The stories so far revolving around Giannis, the Greek freak, in fine form tonight.
You hear that? Somebody called the fire department on this guy. He's torching anyone they throw at him.
Look at this.
Every angle.
It'll take more than a sprinkler system to cool him off at the half. Man, he's been phenomenal. Now let's go ahead and recognize the Player of the Month Award recipients. In the East, LaMelo Ball.
You gotta love everything he's doing offensively. Moving the ball, finding shots. Look, he's just the general that's in command for this team right now. He's making defenses look a little foolish out there, like Kenny looks with that suit. Look at that suit, Ernie.
Well, at least my suit doesn't have barbecue chicken sauce on it.
That does it for halftime.
This game, I'm going to involve my teammates. They want to do that. I'm going to involve my teammates.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. Sharp out there with MP. Then there's Nick Richards. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Boston in at the small forward position. And Smitty, the Toronto Raptors, the lone Canadian team in the NBA. They take great pride in that.
Since the Grizzlies relocated to Memphis in 2001, Canada has belonged to the Raptors. BA, you can tell they take pride in this. They don't just represent the city of Toronto, but the entire country.
Here's MP. Give him 8 points.
Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
A difficult situation for Toronto. Outside Johnson. Pass to Anthony. 4-3. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Good, and the assist goes to MP. Antetokounmpo's got 22 points.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay. Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Oh, there's the alley. Tried to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Pass to Johnson. Now Anthony.
Let's go. Let's go up.
And it's good. 2 points. He's got 7.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
MP with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Yes, Giannis!
It is just a superstar doing superstar things. Antetokounmpo is lighting it up and showing the variety to his game.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Three-pointer, Anthony. It's rebounded by Dallas. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Oh,
Antetokounmpo has got 10 points in just the second half.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Timeout.
It'll be a party.
Keep trying to be your dad. It's not happening.
Let's go do that every time.
On defense, the Mavericks. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Pass to Pirtle.
Defense, guard up. Let's go.
The kick out to Van Vliet. Fires from deep. Mavericks with a rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 11 rebounds in the game.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Another possession.
One layup.
Another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Brown can't hit.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
To the right side. Back to MP. Beyond the arc.
Another three.
Another three for Dallas.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today. Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Pirtle. Outside, Brown. Now here's Van Vliet.
That's
his second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Toronto.
In this game, both mentally and physically, Fred Van Vliet never stops working, and he's reached star status.
And it's the Mavericks ball. They're on a 17-4 run. Picked by Stewart. MP, the pass to Stewart. And finished by Stewart.
Wow, Stewart goes up and comes down hard, not allowing for any interference on that alley-oop.
23 seconds left in the third. Here's Brown. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Van Vliet. Pass to Stewart. Out to the right wing. He got it off in time. And it's in! Oh! Nails the...
53.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Todd's out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Johnson, and it's Fred Van Vliet. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Look at this.
Now here's Johnson. Towns with a rebound. Dallas has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Van Vliet. And he's going for the oop here. Giannis with the jam.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they maintain their focus.
Let's see, y'all. Let's go. 32 points. That's all. Probably honest.
Going inside. Pass to Todd. Here's the three. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way.
My turn. Here we go.
From deep, MP. They get it back. That one goes in.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Grant, we always talk about great footwork for post players, but how about perimeter players?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, BA. Great perimeter players have elite footwork.
Dude, look at this team. Wow, this team.
The
it's
footwork
insane.
helps to
Y'all
create the
getting
opportunity to
lost.
score. Whether that's shooting a three off the dribble or even in the post-up. Great, elite, fantastic, iconic guards who can do it all have superior footwork. Believe that.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
The revenge triple loves seeing Fred Van Vliet come right back at him.
MP outside. Let's go with a three. Another three for Dallas.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Van Vliet against MP. Tries a 10-footer. And that one hits the back iron. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. You know, for team owners, it often seems best not to take too active a role in basketball. Grant, you're a team owner. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a tough situation, VA. Many of these owners have made tremendous amounts of money building their fortunes, of course.
They
very hands-on with their business. But basketball is a different kind of business. Sometimes as an owner, you're not an expert when it comes to this particular business. So it's interesting kind of being engaged, but not being too hands-on and letting your people do their job to the best they can. Even though he doesn't rub it in your face, MP loves a good three-point duel.
Van Vliet outside. Stolen by MP. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. To the inside. Antetokounmpo.
Yes, sir. Let's go Antetokounmpo
with the stuff.
Gotta appreciate the decisiveness of Giannis. Rolling with purpose after setting the screen.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the board, and Dallas with possession. They're on a 17-6 run from deep.
Another
MP.
three.
Another three for Dallas.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Mavericks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for MP.
You love to see this kind of leadership. Directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
Hits the three-pointer.
You have to respect Fred's range. If not, he'll make you pay.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Van Vliet. And here's MP from outside. And Giannis with the dunk.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Effort's been there, check mark. The physicality, check mark. They set the for this game early on.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Substitution on the court.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
That is four personal fouls.
And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory. They controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson. Thanks for joining us tonight. So long, everybody.
Bucks will probably 40 points. Oh my god. They're about 6 points. Giannis! Shout out to Giannis. 38 points. 20 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks. Amelia, 26 points. 21 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 5 turnovers. Hey. Congratulations. Let's go. Me, Giannis. Let's go. Giannis got 38 points. Giannis got 38. Giannis got 38 points. Congrats, man. Sorry, thinking about literally thinking about teammates. Okay guys, I go to my stream and see you guys in the next one.